I got this question the other day, maybe it was this morning, and a guy says to me, so Black Dragon, we are definitely a 99% club, we're an RC, we're getting ready to turn into a MC, and we clearly stated that we want to be our own MC, seeking a blessing from a dominant, and then all of a sudden we've been approached by another dominant, kind of wanted to know who we are, and we're a little bit terrified to wonder if we should if it's okay for us to talk to the second dominant club. Does the first dominant club get angry if we're talking to one of their enemies? And just how many blessings from dominant clubs do we need? And somebody's talking in my background. Can you guys still hear me? Or do I need to try this another time? So anyway, so we want to know, how many dominants do we have to talk to? Because we had one dominant approach us, and then another dominant we've been talking to, and this dominant seems to be maybe a little bit upset, or are they going to be upset, or that sort of thing. So I figured I would take some time to address that, especially in today's environment when it comes to kind of what you might see as you're trying to get a blessing for your club. So one of the interesting things is there was a time when dominants were really landlocked by the area that they were in. So you could look for these dominants in California, these dominants in Mississippi, these dominants in Tennessee, these dominants in Rhode Island, and it was kind of like that. But these days, there are dominant motorcycle clubs. They've traveled. They're everywhere. Atlanta has probably every club there is out there. Probably several sets of the major dominants, both black and white, Hispanic, whatever. So you could actually wind up having to talk to or deal with more than one dominant to get a blessing in an area. That's not uncommon. And so I've seen it many ways. So the best thing you can hope for is that they have put together some kind of a council. And if they put together some kind of a council, then you really only need to approach that council, and you will get your blessing. But sometimes the dominants are not getting along, or they're not in a council. You gotta kind of understand what a blessing really is. So a lot of people think that a blessing is supposed to be this thing where you're getting permission to have an MC. This is not typically how MC protocol used to go. There are a lot of people that believe that, and even a lot of young dominants that believe that. But in the old days, we simply used a blessing to tell folks that we're in your area, we're introducing ourselves, we want to make sure that our colors don't cause problems, that we're not the same colors as somebody else. We're trying to get the flow of the area. We want to let everyone know that we are 99%ers. We're not involved in any kind of nonsense. We won't be a problem. It was more of an introductory kind of thing to allow folks to know that you were coming in the area. In the early days, there wasn't all of this, you can't come, and this area is shut down. I mean, how do you shut down an area to grown men? This is kind of some new shit stuff. I'm trying not to curse. And it's taken on an interesting life of its own.
It's a whole equation on wind velocity.
In the old days, a blessing was simply more of an introduction and a way to come into an area by allowing people to know who you were, what you were doing, what you represented. And you just shouldn't really have this group of people sitting on a sideline saying, you can't come here, we're not allowing the place, this is shut down, you're going to put on a support patch if you come here, or this area is closed, or you're going to wear soft colors for a year, all this. This is new stuff. We really hadn't really seen all this. It's really become prevalent over the last few years. And now we see that a lot of the dominant clubs are spreading all over the area. So just because you go to one dominant club and introduce yourself, if the other club doesn't recognize them, then you might have to go to a second one and introduce yourself over there. You might have to go to 3 or 4. It just really depends on the area that you're in. There's a lot of stuff going on now with this, you can't come in this area unless you're going to wear our support patch. Support patches were never really for that in the beginning. It was known as the world's, and I'm going to have to do a video to explain to you what support patches were, how they used to work, and how they're being used now. It was open for 6 months. 28 million. Only you can decide whether or not you want to wear one of those things. That was half the population. Only you can decide whether or not a support patch is good for you. 40 years later, if a support patch does not meet your particular organization's goals, then don't wear one. Now, I would love to say that at Navy Pier is a 123-year-old Ferris wheel. But those are some things we're going to talk about in future videos, especially how that whole thing works. But in this video, I wanted to get across the point to you that you may well have to deal with more than one dominant to get your full blessing into an area. I have a video called Don't 1% Shop. 1% shopping is not wise. So 1% shopping is trying to bounce back between 1 or 2 1%ers. Now, after our World's Fair, trying to play mom against dad, that kind of thing. That's not how you do that. You keep yourself clear and your communication clear. I'm not anybody's sport. I talked to such and such over there and introduced ourselves and respectfully let them know that we're in the area, and I'm talking to you to tell you the same thing. And this is what we're about. And that's how you deal with having to talk to more than one dominant at a time, or having to deal with more than one dominant at a time. These kinds of things come up, and the whole landscape is changing. So we're going to spend a little bit more time talking about that, especially with respect to how to get into areas. And a lot of times knowing the history about how things work and how they're supposed to work helps you when you move forward and people have new ideas about how they want things to work that have nothing to do with protocol or the way things used to be done or the way things should be done. Knowledge is power and helps you go wherever you need to go and do whatever you need to do. So anyway, I just wanted to take a few minutes out to discuss that with you guys and let you know that, yeah, there could be a situation where you have to deal in several different venues with several different, sometimes you might have to go to a council and 2 or 3 dominant motorcycle clubs to be welcome into an area. So, especially if the dominants are not getting along and not recognizing each other, you go to one dominant and the other one's pissed off, well, why didn't you come to us? We're just as tough as they are. So these are some of the things that you might have to go through. Expect these things and don't be thrown off by it. Just take it and the knowledge and use it for your benefit so that you'll know how to handle yourself. All right, that's 10 minutes of that, and I'll talk more extensively about it, but I just wanted to get that out there because I told that gentleman that I would
but it is actually more about the convenience
discuss that
factor.
with him.
Because just 2 blocks south from where we started the tour, on
Discuss that in a
Michigan
video
Avenue, you'll find Giordano's.
as you brought that up
But if you don't mind
as a
traveling
question.
a little bit further,
All right, I'm Black Dragon, and don't forget to pre-order my book,
Louana.
President's Bible. It's on sale for $15. Send your $15 to me at PayPal.
Right, so from where we started the tour, 4 blocks west,
at AOL.com. The directions on how to do that will be in the bottom, and that's the pre-order of the book. For those of you that are my subscribers, it's $15 with no postage and handling, so that's my gift to you guys. All right, thanks a lot, and get skinny.